What's up, everybody? It's Marcus. Um, I just want to talk to you all day about addiction, man. That's why I really kind of wanted to start this whole channel to begin with. I'm a recovering addict. I will be clean 2 years in July. I'm from North Alabama, but I went to Los Angeles, California for treatment. And I mean, you can tell by my gauges and tattoos and things. I'm kind of a I'm not a liberal by any means, so don't ever don't tag on me, but I have some liberal sensibilities, So, I mean, LA was cool to me. I always wanted to go to LA, but country boy in LA. But going to LA saved me. It changed my life. And I think a lot of it, I really wasn't around LA people. Most of the people I was in treatment with were from, Alabama or Oklahoma, North Carolina, things like that. So, we ran around in big crowds, and I had a lot of fun. I had the time of my life in LA. I did everything. Every day I'd go to Hollywood. Had a job on Venice Beach, right behind the skate park on Venice Beach. I mean, how many people in the world got to say they got to work on Venice Beach? I did. It was awesome. And I had the time of my life. And that place got shut down and I got sent home, but it did. It changed my life forever. And I went back a few more times. I mean, I was still sober, but I still wanted to go back and get more treatment. So I went back 3 more times. And let me make something clear to you right now. If you're out there and you're in addiction, there is help. I promise you. Even if you don't have like insurance, you don't have the insurance or whatever, go to Health Book Marketplace, and they will help you out. I'm telling you, you can get this, and then go to get treatment. There's a better life. I promise you, there's a better life out there. You wouldn't believe me if I told you the drugs I took and how many I took a day. I know you hear people on here all the time talking about, oh, you wouldn't believe it, whatever, but I promise you, you literally wouldn't believe it. And I mean, I had an addiction, and to me, it was life consuming. It took over everything, and it took everything. Everything. When I tell you this took everything from me, I mean the first things to go, the material shit, everything. You pawn, sell everything to buy more drugs. And then when you're out of money, what do? You start stealing. First, usually from your family, because you think they won't press charges. So now you've lost your family, all your stuff, and then your self-respect, your looks. It takes it all. It just takes and takes and takes. And if you've never in your life experienced opioid withdrawals, there's no way to explain to you how miserable it is. I mean, I could go on for hours talking about misery, about, you know, uh, opioid withdrawals, but you still wouldn't understand. I mean, people compare it to the flu. Yeah, at first, yeah, you start feeling kind of achy, and but then it's like you want to peel your skin off. It feels like your skin is uncomfortable. You feel like on the inside you feel like you're burning up, but on the outside you're freezing. You can't regulate your body temperature. You got the cold sweats. You got diarrhea, vomiting. I mean, it's the worst hell, and it's like a toothache. It's just agony, where you don't get like a break from it to be like. It's just agony. It's just over. And that's all you can think about. Is make it stop, make it stop, make it stop. And it's just pure misery. But they make medication now. Me, I use Suboxone, and it got me off all them pills I used to take. Some people don't believe in Suboxone. I do. I believe in it. It saved my life. It got me off all them hard drugs that I used to be on. And I saw a doctor, and it just worked for me. You have to find what works for you. There is no one true way to recovery. Whatever gets you sober, do it. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you the only way you can do it is to pray to God. I mean, thing about it is, here it is. I prayed to God every day. I want a life. I want you to show me the way. Take this away from me. Give me a life. Talk to me. And I never heard from him. I'd never heard from God. Well, finally, he came through. It got through to me, and it was a simple message. God told me, he said, Mark, you know what to do. And I knew the whole time. I was just in extreme denial. And I think that's what addicts are. We're in pain. We're using because we're in pain. And, it's just, that's just how it is. I mean, it could be emotional pain, it could be from some trauma and, but whatever. But every addict, that's why we use. It's the pain. We can't stand to use it. I use them pills to numb myself out. Make myself completely numb where I didn't feel anything. And that's why God couldn't speak to me. I was numbed out. Once I got off all of them, once you're coming off opioids, you can ask anybody, your emotions come back like flooding in. You get very emotional. I mean, I would see a dog food commercial and start crying, And that's when God really started talking to me. And he said, look, Mark, I showed you that line. And you know how to get there. You know how to do it. There it is. Free will. Free will's a bitch. We all want free will. But once we get it, we complain about it. It's like, there's the road. He shows me how to do it. He's not going to do it for me. I have to do it. And that's what I'm working on as we speak. I want a family of my own, but I have to start over. I wasted so much of my life on drugs and just doing stupid shit that don't matter. I'm almost 40 years old now, and I have to start over. And I have to, I have a daughter. I'm a single parent. I have a daughter. And I'm going to court this month, actually, because there's a state law. My wife, we're still married. We never got a divorce, but she had a kid after we after we split up. So legally, that's my kid. I don't even know this kid. I've never met him, but he's, she's on drugs again, so the state's got him. And that's why they're coming after me, because me and her are legally married. I'm going to try to take this kid home and give him my life. I'm going to try. If the court will let me. I don't even know if they'll let me, but that's what I'm going to try and do. But I'll pray to God, and God will give me the answer. But you can't hear nothing until you get off the drugs. And I mean, I was in complete denial. The first step of the 12 steps tells you, you have to admit you're an addict. Well, I could do that. I knew I was an addict. My problem was I always thought I had control of the situation. I was always like, okay, well, I'm just going to take this. I'd lay them out like a 5-day supply. Take these here, these here, these here. And as long as I stay to this schedule, I'll be okay. And it'll be normal, whatever. But, the first day, it'd be okay. Second day, by the third day, I'm already dipping into the 4th days because of my tolerance. By the 5th day, I've already taken them all. And that's just, and every time, and then it would start over again. That's why they call it insanity, and they always tell you the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, getting the same result. And that's exactly what I was doing. I thought I had control of the situation. I thought, okay, I got this, I can do this. But I can't. I can't go to a bar and just have a beer with my brother. My brother likes to go drink at the bars, he has a good time. And, he asked me, you want to go? No, I can't. Because literally, if I sit down, I'm an addict. I'm always going to be an addict. That's what it is. I have addictive personality. You give me one beer, after that one beer, I'm going to have another one. And by the third one, I'm already ordering shots of tequila. And by morning, I'm probably in jail or done something really freaking stupid. Everybody's mad at me, and it's going to take some time to get them off my ass. Okay? I can't touch anything like that. I can't do it. I cannot just have a beer. Can't just take one pain pill. I can't. Like they say, one's too many and 10,000's not enough, and that is exactly accurate. If you're dealing with a family member who's an addict, okay, and one second, guys, hang on. Sorry, guys, came back. But yeah, if you're dealing with a family member, just remember this, okay? They're in pain. And I'm not saying help them out with their addiction or nothing like that. I'm not saying, but I'm telling you, tough love don't work. Tough love will push them away, and, from my experience at least, tough love doesn't work. You have to get some kind of understanding, and you have to get to the root of the problem. Without fixing that root, whatever caused you to use in the first place, till you fix that, you will relapse every single time. Because once you get past the withdrawals and all that shit, and you're out of that fog, you come to realize that it ain't just that this is an emotional thing. This is something in my head that's just, excuse my language, but it's just fucked up. And I can't stand it. I need to use. Or you might feel extreme boredom. I'm just telling you, if you have a family member, just best thing you can do is do the research on what it personally, I'm not a meth. I'm not a speed addict. I never did. I used to do cocaine and stuff, but I mean, I can see where they were addicted to it. It just wasn't my thing. So I can't speak to what, because I know, like with methamphetamines or cocaine and stuff like that, that it ain't about the whole withdrawal thing, that it's about really super intense cravings. If you smoke cigarettes, imagine it's kind of like that craving for it. Or best thing I could ever explain it to my mother would be like, imagine you're hungry. All right, well, you're not eating. You're just getting hungrier and hungrier. Then you start craving food, right? Craving it. Imagine that times like 10. That's kind of like what it's like as far as the craving side of it. But like I said, I can't speak to any of the withdrawals and stuff like that on, like methamphetamines and stuff like that. I was, my addiction was pharmaceuticals. Pills. I mean, pills keep them coming. Come on. I mean, that was me all day long. You give me some Xanaxes, and I mean, it was like when I was on Xanaxes, it was like my mind, myself, I was asleep, but my body was awake. And it was just flailing and just doing whatever the fuck it wanted to. I've lost so much. Every single time I've ever been to jail was because of Xanax. Every time. I cannot be around them. If you say the word around me, I still crawls up my back the cravings I get for that. Just gotta be strong. Every day is a new day. And listen, if you're new into this, if you're going through withdrawals or anything right now, let me tell you something. I know you've heard it a million times, but break it down, brother. Minute by minute, you gotta do it minute by minute. Just tell yourself, all you gotta do is make it this next 5 minutes. And then when the 5 minutes get there, do it again. So, okay, I just gotta make it 5 more minutes. If you have to do it minute by minute. There was times when I was in withdrawal, I'd have to do it every 30 seconds. I just gotta make it 30 more seconds. Okay, you make it, just 30 more, and you just gotta do it, brother, sisters, whoever. Pray for all of you addicts out there. I pray for all your family members that might have addiction. It is a terrible disease. It is a terminal disease, but it is a treatable disease. Love, boundaries, and respect is what's going to help your family member or yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself to where you don't want to hurt yourself anymore. Find God. Jesus Christ is my Savior. He'll always be. That's my faith. Find yours. Whatever route gets you sober, do it. I knew somebody they would eat instant coffee every day, like 3 or 4 times a day. Just eat it straight out of the pack. But it got them off meth. And I mean, don't substitute nothing. That's not what I'm saying. But I mean, to do what you got to do to get sober. Doesn't matter. As long as you don't hurt nobody else, do what the fuck you got to do to get sober. Because getting sober would be the best thing that you ever can do. Ever, ever, ever. I pray for all you addicts. I love all of you. Y'all were all family to me. You'll always be. When I tell y'all people this, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. The best people I've ever met in my life have been recovering addicts and alcoholics. Let me tell you why. They know suffering. They know pain. I'm an empath. I feel everything from everybody else. I feel guilty about everything. I have a big heart. I love everybody. I love every one of you out there. All of you that are subscribed to my channel. All of you that are still watching at this point. It means a lot to me. I don't get that many likes and views on my long form videos, but this is what keeps me sober. I don't always cover sobriety and, getting sober and stuff, recovery. I do current events too, but it keeps my mind occupied and it keeps me from thinking about drugs and alcohol and all that. So I've said it on a lot of my videos that making these videos helps me. This is my recovery. This is what helps me. Go find what helps you. Go help out somebody else, man. Go somewhere and give your testimony. You know, go out there and help other people. Take your mind off of it. That's the main thing. You got to get your head out of that shit. You got whatever way you do it, do it. I was always focused on how do I feel, how I feel. I feel kind of bad. I need another pill. You know, it was always just obsessed with how I'm feeling. Didn't care how I was looking. Didn't care what was going on. Just how I felt. But there's a better life, people. Let me tell you something. If you can't find a way to get yourself some insurance or get some kind of help or something like that, I'll put my email address up here. Email me. I'll try to help you out the best I can. I know some places in California and stuff, and you know, if you got nowhere else to turn to, I'm gonna put it in my bio too. Contact me, and I'll do my best to help you. I promise there is a better life and there is a way out there. Take it while you got it. Don't wait till you're 40 like me and wasted a whole life. I wasted my life. I threw it away. 20 years of my life is just flushed down the damn toilet. Don't even remember half of it. Misery, pain. It's all I remember is misery and pain. Little moments of happiness. Mostly just miserable. Why stay in that misery? You don't have to. I love you guys. I love all of you out there. If you're still watching, God bless you all. I love you. God bless you. I hope to God you find sobriety, or your family member or whoever you're watching this for. Find it and hold on to it. God bless all of you. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.